Hey, fairy grasshoppers. Nice to see you today. I've got a card reading for you today. This is a different one. We haven't used this one in a really long time. It's been like a very long time since we've used this. This, of course, is a Denise Linn deck. Denise Linn Soul Coaching card deck. These are really great ones to have, like if you have a workplace and you want to have a card deck that is kind of not obvious that it's like it's not like a super spiritual deck. I don't know how to describe this. It's just got images, a word, and then a little bit of a one statement, kind of an affirmation or connection phrase. Real easy stuff, but pretty simple, basic images. So we are going to use your intuition. It does come with the card deck book. We're going to use your intuition in this one, okay? So you're going to practice your intuition, get out your journals, use your spidey senses, turn on your intuition, and take in the information that shows up in these cards for you today. So did you have a topic? Did something really pop off in your mind right away when I said, hey, you're going to use your intuition today? Did something come to mind where you'd like to get insight? That's what this first card is going to be about. Your intuition, your first inclination of insight, what you have been maybe pondering, thinking about, considering, or asking for clarity on. That's what this is about. And then the additional cards that we pull will be supplemental cards to that. I'm also feeling like a need to do a card for wellness, so let's do that. For wellness, so it could be mental health, emotional health, physical health, or spiritual health. So wellness, whoa, there we go. Got another card for that. So a card for wellness, that just feels appropriate to you. Okay, so the first card where you asked right away, you got just an insight or a hit using your intuition when I asked you to connect with your intuition to interpret the card for yourself. This card comes through faith. Look at that. My life is divinely guided. So this is an affirmation. This is a reassurance for you that you have support. This is not a yes or a no. It's not intended as that. It's intended to, potentially it could mean stay the course, but it feels as though it's, hey, have more belief in the fact that the universe is actually working toward your benefit. So whatever decisions you're trying to make and the information that you have, and you're trying to like decide between these couple things, the universe might actually have a better plan that you don't know about, that might be coming through in a way that is not desirable. It doesn't feel like something you would choose, but there is gotta be a greater purpose that you don't know. Because guess what? This might be shocking to some of you. You don't know everything. We don't know everything. We don't. So the energy of faith shows up. Now I'm going to show you this up close and look at the imagery here. There's a lot of purple. Purple is the connection to the divine wisdom, the energy of the crown chakra, working with your divine spiritual helpers, your healing team, your support helpers. Purple is also a color of divine feminine when I connect into purple. There's the image of this gymnast, this acrobat, reaching, flying through the sky, taking a leap of faith, reaching towards something, a bar that has a rhythm. There's a pattern to this. There's a timing issue here. And it feels as though you've already stretched out. You've already committed to a change process, or you've already committed for something to have a difference to it, or wanting something to be different. You might not have the path. You might not have any idea how to make that happen. It's okay. Have faith, because the universe is presenting an opportunity for you, something for you to be able to grab a hold of and then work with the rhythm and the cycles that are showing up for you now. Use the current rhythms and cycles, whether that be the seasons, whether that be your energy patterns that you're noticing, like higher energy times of the day, lower productive times of the day, rest when you're tired, kind of a thing. It seems like common sense, but we fight it. We fight it because we think as human beings, our brain says, hey, the only way you have value is if you're really busy, you're productive, show us what you got. And the world says that. And by the way, the world will take more and more and more. By world, I mean external structures and systems and people, and you don't need to be accountable to that. First and foremost for yourself, and then come from your place of source, resource, be resourced by your source from center of you, and then show up, and then you're naturally productive. Things unfold more gradually and effortlessly without forcing. My life is divinely guided. This is an affirmation that you do have access to divine wisdom. You do have a divine mind, whether it seems like it was working or not. You got a divine mind. This is a lovely card. This is absolutely perfect. It's a great way to start supporting and affirming that your intuition is trying to, your spirit is trying to support you. Okay, it is, I promise. All right, so the next one is about wellness, mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical. So which area is it that you would like insight on? The mental, the emotional, the spiritual, or the physical? Okay, so for me right away, so there was two, a mental and a physical, and I'm going to choose mental. Because today in my sessions, both were really people that are very driven and really great go-getters in the mind, but just really struggle with the process of the energy flow of the heart and the soul and how this works and how it's impacting the body and the overproductivity and all that. So I'm going to say the mind for me. So for you, it might be something different, okay? So when I share with you, it's going to be from my mind perspective. So this is very cool. Inspiration is the word. So you want to be inspired when you take action, when you have an idea. You want to have inspiration be what is resourcing you, right? What is keeping you in an alignment state. That's where you're going to be at your most wellness. So inspiration is medicine for you. The colors here are blue. We've got the water, which is a nod to the emotions and the natural flow of things. So water is a representation of emotion in the heart space. And water is also a representation of flow of energy. So I said mental health. So that means for me, my thoughts need to be flowing more freely and allowing more inspired thoughts to come in and not just work, and do and productivity, but experimental, experiential, innovation, creative, different things can inspire me, like music or a great book. Not everything has to do with work, right? Or our big, important, heavy life purpose. Sometimes it feels heavy when we think of that, doesn't it? Like life purpose, big deal, really important. We can be a little lighter hearted in that. And I think in the mind, for me personally, that would be good. Lighten up, Bridgette. But then there's this person in this gold dress right at the top of the mountain. Almost to the top, not quite to the top, but very close to the top. Look at that gold yellow dress. That is the solar plexus or your spirit chakra. So your soul, your intuition, which is what we talked about in the first card, is showing up, taking a stand, giving you this perspective, looking out at all the choices and options and opportunities that you have in the area of wellness for the part of your life that you chose, whether it be mind, heart, body, or soul, mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical wellness. Lots of choices and options, and your soul, your intuition is helping to guide you, okay, to show those things to you. So there's like a deep purpley color with the mountains, kind of almost blue, and then the water is blue. So this is also a vision. What is the vision that you hold for your wellness? And maybe things are different right now than how you would rather your life be or visualize your life to be. So for example, your body, if you've had the weight gain that almost everybody has had over this last year, then myself included, I mean, I definitely have, and that's fine. That's just the way life is. Maybe if there's a whole different vision for health and wellness for the body that I would prefer, then this might be a card that would help me to flow into that and to be able to see or view different perspectives. Look at how the hair on this spirit guide, your soul, your higher self, is flowing. That says that there's the wind. The wind is showing up here. That is the air element. So you got water element, emotions, wind, air element. To me, that really helps a lot with change, with the change process. It helps to clear. It helps to provide clarity by clearing, getting things moving again. The air element is something that can be very subtle or very intense. It has different kind of ranges that you can work with. Use air as an assistant, as a tool to help cultivate the change that you would like to have. And you can ask for it to be gentle. A gentle breeze on a warm day is perfect. You don't need hurricane gale force winds here, okay? So just nice and gentle. You could ask for that. Ask for what you want, order it up, right? So it says, I am receiving divine inspiration right now. So did you see that? The word divine showed up twice here. Yeah, every card doesn't have that in it. So what does that mean for you? What does divine mean for you? Divine guidance, divine insight, divine awareness, the divine aspects of yourself. What does divine mean for you? Does it mean wonderful? Does it mean important? Does it mean teaching? Does it mean leading? What does divine mean? Does it mean support? Because I sure as heck hope that at least at the basics, divine means support for you and encouraging you to use your resourcefulness within, right? Use what you got, ladies and gents. Use what you got. All right. These are great. These are good cards. This is great. A great place we got faith and inspiration. See, I told you these are great cards just to have like at your desk, like at the workplace. Just pull one out and then set it on by your computer and just be inspired. You can use the colors. You can use the simple imagery. But notice the elements, notice the chakras and the connection to the energy centers of the body. Notice that. Notice the direction that the figures that may be depicted in there are moving. Are they coming into the center, finding a middle ground? Are they looking out and like triumphant? Are they like holding the weight of the world? Are they resting or sitting or lying down? What are they doing? Notice that there's a lot of different layers and levels of information that your brain can receive when you're doing card reading. So don't blow it off. Details can matter here, all right? And what matters most is, honestly, you guys, what matters most is what you are receiving and getting from these cards, all right? I'm just sharing a starting point. I'm just sharing a perspective. That's it. Yeah, you get to receive and customize this reading based upon what's best for you. Again, this is another Denise Linn deck. This is a card deck we haven't used in a really long time. It's called the Soul Coaching Oracle Cards, what your soul wants you to know. Of course, you know with my coaching work, I love the word coaching. So there we go, soul coaching. There we go. All right, so this will be linked below, as well as many other intuitive resources that you can use. And I'll put kind of stars by this one and write used in this video so you can kind of see it right away on the list. Because I have a lot of different recommendations based on what you're working with and what you need at this point, so on your journey. So I'm Bridgette. I'm a psychic medium and an intuitive life coach, and it's my pleasure to be able to work with you. Thanks for watching me here on Fairy Grasshopper, my YouTube channel, everything intuitive and inspiring, I hope. I share my vlogs here. I share card readings like this, giving you inspiration for your intuitive days, as well as you can check me out on Above Life channel on YouTube. Above Life channel is where I channel afterlife celebrity guests. I try to post at least every week there with a new channeling session, and I also am sharing a podcast, Sunday Morning Coffee with Bridgette, and you can find that on Above Life channel. Again, that's Sunday Morning Coffee with Bridgette. It's a little podcast on Sundays, and we talk about intuitive topics. I share with you intuitive topics that are popping up or bubbling up either in client sessions or in our work when we receive the messages from afterlife celebrity guests. So thanks so much for being here. I hope we've inspired your spirit today, filled you with some hope, and encouraged you to live your life, because that's the point, after all, is for you to live your life. It's your life. So live it. Just live it. Thanks for being here.